Good morning, I'm Avery.
And I'm Chloe.
And welcome to Cap News Network.
This morning we will be remembering the murder of Mary Fagan and revisiting the cold case.
Exactly. Let's dive into it. Peyton, can you take some background information about the case?
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Peyton Tisdale. Here are some facts about this tragic crime. Mary Fagan was a 13-year-old girl living in Georgia in 1913. On Saturday, April 26, 1913, Mary went to her workplace, the Atlanta Pencil Factory, to collect her pay. Later that day, her lifeless body was found in the basement of the factory.
Thank you, Peyton, for those facts. But why is this case still unsolved? It's been 110 years.
Well, there are many different components in this case, especially suspects, Leo Frank being one of the most important. He was a Jewish man and the manager of the factory that Mary worked at. Multiple witnesses say that he and Mary Fagan had relations, leading to him being accused of the murder.
That does make him a little suspicious, but that doesn't really mean he did it.
That is true, but sadly people grew angry, and eventually a mob of white supremacists called the Knights of Mary Fagan broke Lee out of jail and lynched him.
That's awful. Anti-Semitism definitely played a role in this because there's barely any evidence pointing to Leo. Let's look at some witness statements.
Thank you. I am Mia Walker. Many witnesses have extremely important information about this case. For example, Newt Lee was a night watchman working at the factory. Most importantly, he was the one to find Mary's body and report it to the police. The police arrested him because he was the first to be seen with the body. Nina Formby was a girl around Mary's age that worked with Mary. Nina was very jealous of Mary and was even heard saying that she wanted Mary gone. Dr. Thomas Hancock was the doctor who conducted the physical examination of Frank and found nothing abnormal when he asked to examine Leo Frank for his odd behavior.
Jim Conley was a sweeper at the factory who had previous records of theft and disorderly conduct. He claimed that Frank asked him to keep watch and lock the door when he stomped his foot and unlock it when he whistled. According to Conley, Mary walked upstairs and started screaming. Afterwards, he found Frank acting weird. Conley was later seen washing what looked like blood out of his shirt. He claimed that it was rust. Alonzo Mann played a huge role in Jim's statement because he was also working during this time. He claimed that he saw Jim carrying the body down the stairs. When Jim saw Alonzo, he told him, "If you tell anyone, I will kill you and your mom too."
In this case of Leo Frank, Jim Conley, the sweeper, was bribed with freedom and innocence to testify against Leo Frank. This is an example of anti-Semitism. During the trial, Frank's attorneys were unable to break Conley's statement and ultimately led to Leo being sentenced to death. After the verdict, many Jewish groups began funding the appeal for his case. The appeal made it to the Supreme Court but was not pardoned. After some convincing, however, Governor John Slayton reduced Frank's sentence to life in prison.
There are many different guesses and opinions on what might have taken place leading up to and during Mary Fagan's death. The most controversial topic is who killed her. One popular idea is Nina formally convinced Jim to murder Mary Fagan. People came to this conclusion because it has been said that Nina enjoyed the attention of males and wanted Mary gone. Jim had a lower mental capacity than many people and previous criminal record. So many believe that Nina bribed Jim to murder Mary. On top of the mentioned evidence, Conley changed his account of the night of the murder many times and was seen by different witnesses claiming that he carried the body.
How interesting. I wonder what some other opinions are. Let's do a few quick interviews.
I'm live here with Ashley Dawson. Who do you think killed Mary Fagan?
Well, I am 100% convinced there was definitely Jim Conley and Nina. I'm pretty sure Nina was jealous and she convinced Jim to do it because he is so impressionable, but that's just my opinion.
Thank you.
We're live with Caleb Jones. Who do you think killed Mary Fagan?
I'm pretty sure it's Jim Conley. I'm pretty sure it's Jim Conley because why would he be wiping blood off his shirt? I don't think it would be rust stains. I think it would be blood stains.
Thank you for your opinion.
Sounds like we have a pretty common opinion.
Indeed we do. Well, this concludes our report today.
Thank you for tuning into Cap News Network. Signing out, I'm Chloe.
And Avery.
Goodbye.